Hello, dear students. Let's start the new topic coal and their types. So, this topic from chapter 9 Carbon and its allotropes of class 8 in subject chemistry. Let's open your chemistry book and come on the page number 139. Let's come on the topic coal. So, coal, it is a natural form of the amorphous carbon. And coal is a black sedimentary rock which consists of a complex mixture of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen compounds, along with some volatile gases and a small amount of mineral impurities that produces as when burnt. So, in the coal, it is consists of a mixture of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen compounds. It is called the organic compounds, and some volatile gases, some free carbons, some sulfur and nitrogen compounds as a mineral impurities in the coal. Now the occurrence of coal, where the coal is occurs, so the occurrence of coal. Now it is found deep inside the earth's surface. Coal is found deep inside the earth's surface. In the India, large amount of the coals are deposited on the earth's surface, inside the earth's surface in Jharkhand, Odisha, West Bengal, and Madhya Pradesh. Now, next topic, formation of coal. Now, coal is formed due to earthquake and volcanic activities. Entire forests were buried deep down in the earth millions of years ago. So, millions of years ago, due to earthquake and volcanic, the entire forest were buried deep down into the earth, and the coal was formed by the decomposition of the remains of plants and tree buried inside the earth surface millions of years ago. So plants and trees which decomposes slowly, gradually decomposes inside the earth surface and form the coal. Now, due to excessive temperature and pressure inside the earth and in the absence of air, the decayed plant matter gets converted into coal. So, due to high temperature and pressure inside the earth and absence of air, the plant matter finally converted into the coal. Now, the process of conversion of wood of plant into coal is known as carbonization. So, carbonization is the process in which the wood convert into the coal. Now, the next, so carbonization in details, it is a slow chemical process of conversion of wood or tree which is buried inside the earth's surface into coal. So, wood and tree which is buried inside the earth's surface gradually converted into coal is called the carbonization. Now, in the laboratory, the process of destructive distillation is carried out to obtain different products from the coal such as coke and gas carbon. So, after destructive distillation of the coal, we can get the coke and gas carbon in the laboratory. What is the destructive distillation? Destructive distillation of coal is the process in which coal is heated in the absence of air. So, in the destructive distillation of coal, the coal is heated in the absence of air, and it results in the formation of some useful products. There are 4 useful products. Number 1, coke, coal gas, gas carbon, coal tar, and ammoniacal liquor. So coke, coal gas, gas carbon, coal tar, and ammoniacal liquor are obtained after the destructive distillation of the coal. Now, the aim of this activity is to study the products obtained during destructive distillation of coal. So there are different types of the product obtained during destructive distillation of coal. Now the material required: tube boiling tube, burner test tube clamp, and some amount of the coal powder. Now procedure: first taken tube boiling tube A and B and set up all the apparatus that involved in this experiment. It's arranged according to the given figure. Let's see this figure. So here the boiling tube A, here the boiling tube B. So there are 2 tubes, boiling tube A and boiling tube B. Now this is the delivery tube, and these both tubes adjust on the tube stand, and this is the burner, Bunsen burner for burning process. Now place some amount of the coal powder in boiling tube A and some amount of the water in boiling tube B. So first taken some amount of the coal powder in boiling tube A and some amount of the water in boiling tube B, and then start to heating to boil the boiling tube A. Now after boiling the boiling tube A, we observe that when coal is heated strongly, vapor of carbon are formed. So vapor of carbon are formed. Some of this vapor solidified on the side wall of the boiling tube A and are called gas carbon. Let's see the diagram. So first start to boiling the boiling tube A, then the gas carbon is released and the gas carbon is solidified in the boiling tube A. So gas carbon here solidified in boiling tube A. Then we observe that the remaining vapor enter into boiling tube B through the delivery tube, through this delivery tube. So the remaining vapor enter into the boiling tube B. Now on passing through water in boiling tube B, they form a separate layer, and this upper layer is ammonia which dissolve into the water, and that is called the ammoniacal liquor. Let's see. So when the vapor passes through the boiling tube B, then the ammonia passes through the water and form a liquid that is called the ammoniacal liquor. Now the lower layer is black thick. This one is the lower layer. Lower layer is black thick liquid that is called the coal tar. So this is called the coal tar in the lower layer, at the lower layer in boiling tube B. It's called the coal tar. Now a colorless gas, which is called the coal gas, is also produced which is insoluble in the water, and then pass through this tube into the to the outside of the from boiling tube B. Now it escape through the open end of the tube B, boiling tube B. If a lighted match is brought near the cool gas, then it starts to burn. We show that coal gas is a combustible gas, and the residue which left behind in the test tube A is called the coke. So total product is coal gas, carbon, ammoniacal liquor, coal gas, coal tar and coal gas, and the remains in the test tube A is called the coke, black coke. Now the conclusion of this experiment. So different types of the products we can obtain after destructive distillation of the coal, such as coke, coal tar, gas, carbon, ammoniacal liquor. So these all are the different products obtained on destructive distillation of coal. Now the different types of coal. So totally there are 4 types of the coals, that depending upon the carbon content in the coal and for how long it was buried under the surface of the earth. So according to that basis, it means the amount of the carbon in the coal and how long it was buried under the surface of the earth. On the basis of that, the coal classified into 4 categories. Let's see the diagrams. Number 1 peat, number 2 lignite, number 3 bituminous, and number 4 anthracites. So there are 4 types of the coal: peat, lignite, bituminous, and anthracite. Peat just nearer to the upper surface, lignite below the peat, and bituminous below the lignite in the earth surface, in the earth crust, and anthracite is at the lowest position or below the lowest below the bituminous coal, lowest the bituminous coal. Now first we concentrate on the peat coal. So peat is the first stage of coal formation. So in the coal formation, during the coal formation, the first stage is the peat. Now it is partially decayed plant matter which is found in swamp called bogs. So peat, it is a partially decayed plant matter, not completely decayed plant matter. Now the carbon content in the peat is very less, 50 to 60% only. So least percentage of the carbon in the peat. Now it is the youngest variety of coal and is light brown in color. Now when we burn the coal, then slowly burn with a sooty flame and producing a foul smelling gases and leaving behind a large amount of ash as residue. So peat burns slowly, producing a sooty flame, foul smell, and producing a large amount of residue of ash after burning. Now second one, lignite. Lignite, it is present just below the peat. That is, it is older than the peat coal. When layer of sand and silt compress the peat, the oxygen content of peat is removed to give a soft brown coal, and that brown coal is called the lignite. Now it burns easily with a less sooty flame. It harder than the peat, and the carbon content in the lignite is 60 to 70%. Now the next one, bituminous. Bituminous is also older than the lignite and pit. So when more layer of sand and silt compress the lignite, it is converted to bituminous coal. So lignite coal, when remain for a long time inside the earth, then the lignite converted into the bituminous coal. Now it is most abundant type of the coal on the earth, and it is also known as household fuels because it is used as a fuel in the house for making the food, and it produces more heat than peat and lignite coal. So bituminous coal produces more heat as compared to peat and lignite coal, and the carbon content in bituminous is about 75 to 80%. Now the next, anthracite. Anthracite, it is a lustrous and black in color. Anthracite is a base type of the coal, and it is the hardest coal and produce more amount of the heat and very least amount of the ash. So it produces more amount heat than any other type of the coal, peat, lignite and bituminous coals. Now it has the highest carbon content. It is approx 90 to 95% carbon content in the anthracite, and a very high ignition temperature, and therefore it burns slowly. Now on burning the anthracite, it produces little smoke and leave minimum ashes as compared to the lignite, bituminous and peat coal. Now the uses of coal. Next topic, uses of the coal. Coal is mainly used as a fuel in industries for the production of electricity. It is also used as a domestic fuel for cooking purpose, and coal is used in the manufacture of coke, which act as a reducing agent for the extraction of metal. So during the metallurgy, coke used as a reducing agent for the extraction of metal. It is also used in the manufacture of synthetic petrol. Now coal is used as a source of organic compounds such as benzene, toluene, phenol and aniline. These all are the organic compounds: benzene, toluene, phenol and aniline. And these organic compounds is prepared from the coal. Now next topic, coke. After the destructive distillations, the residue remain in the test tube is called the coke. So coke is a black, porous, solid residue left after the destructive distillation of coal. Now coke contains 95 to 98% free carbon and is free from volatile impurities. So no any volatile impurities present in the coke. And coke is a good fuel as it burns without smoke because no any volatile impurities present in the coke. So it is a good fuel, and it is a bad conductor of heat and electricity. Now the types of coke. So there are two types of coke. One is soft coke and another is the hard coke. So soft coke, it is a black and porous which ignites with little difficulty. So soft coke is a black, porous and which is ignited with little difficulty, and it is used in household furnaces for cooking the food. Now second one is the hard coke. Hard coke, it is light and lustrous in nature and it is used in the industrial furnaces. So hard coke is used in the industries and soft coke is used in the household. Now uses of coke. Coke, it is used as a good reducing agent in the extraction of metal from their ores. So in the metallurgy, coke is used as a reducing agent to reduce the metal oxide into metal. Now it is also used in the manufacture of metallic carbide such as calcium carbide, CaC2, calcium carbide. It is also used in the manufacture of water gas and producer gas. Water gas, the formula of water gas is H2O plus CO, carbon monoxide. The formula of producer gas is H2 plus N2. Now this is all about the coal and their different types, uses, and also about the coke. Now choose the correct option. Some question are here. So which of the following is not a crystalline form of carbons? Now options are diamond, fullerenes and coal. So which one is not a crystalline form of carbon? So coal is not a crystalline form of carbon. Coal is a amorphous form of carbon. Now the next question, how many atoms of carbon are there in the Buckminster fullerene? In the Buckminster fullerenes, how many number of the carbon? Now the options are 60, 15 and 200. So the right answer is 60 carbon in the Buckminster fullerenes. Next question, which of the following is used as a disinfectant for purification of water? Now the options are sugar charcoal, wood charcoal and animal charcoal. So the right option is wood charcoal is used as a disinfectant for purification of water. So this is all about the coal. Okay, thank you. Have a nice day.